Hi yogis, welcome. You are tuning into one of my essential yoga videos, and I'm so glad to have you here. Today's video, we are going through our warrior poses, and specifically in a power yoga class, warrior poses are some of those poses that are really strong and they help rev you up. So we're using big muscles of the body, and we're getting into poses that take up a lot of space. They're really dynamic. So as we go through practice today, know that you don't have to do every single pose perfectly in order to be able to do yoga. It's all about doing your best and taking the modifications that you need to keep yourself safe, as well as having a fantastic, strong yoga practice. So let's get started in child's pose. Come on down to your mat. Bring your knees as wide as you need for your belly to rest in between your thighs, and then just lay your forehead right on down. So if you've tuned into previous videos before, maybe you heard me talk about Ujjayi breath, but let's cultivate that here. Inhale through your nose, and to start, open mouth, exhale, kind of like you're fogging a mirror. Again, in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. This time, seal your lips, in through your nose. Keep your lips sealed. Exhale through your nose. So with this Ujjayi breath, in and out through the nose, you should be able to hear your inhales and exhales, kind of like rolling waves. So this is the breath style that we'll use for the remainder of practice, but if at any point you get overheated, feel free to take open mouth exhales until you're ready to reset. Child's pose is also a great pose right here to come back to anytime you need to get grounded and give yourself a moment. Good. On your next inhale, come on up to tabletop, hands and knees. Shoulders will come over your wrists, your hips will stack over your knees, and then just allow your spine to get long. Draw the low belly in. Feel from your tail to your crown. You're lifted and lengthened. Good. And let's sync up our breath with our movement. On the inhale, it's cow pose. Start with your tailbone. Let your tailbone move up. Drop your belly. Lift your heart through. Gaze up. Exhale, it's cat pose. Tailbone down, belly in and up, and then push the ground away. Let the back of your heart dome right on up to the sky. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale to cat. Finding that breath with movement, which is essential in a power yoga class. Inhale for your cow. Exhale, cat. Great job. Come back to center. Root into your left hand. Reach your right arm up. And then as you exhale, twist. Thread the needle. Bring your right shoulder down, your right cheek and ear down. Reach your left arm long to the top edge of your mat. Just putting a little rotation in your spine before we get going in those strong warrior poses. Take one more breath. Good, and then slide your left hand under your shoulder. Inhale, unwind, reach your right arm back up. Then exhale, put your hand down. Right hand's your new foundation. On your inhale, lift your left hand up. And then thread the needle. Bring your shoulder, your cheek, and your ear down to the mat. Spread your right arm long. Feel length through your spine. And then allow gravity to invite your chest to feel heavy. One more round of breath. Good. Slide your right hand under your shoulder. On your inhale, unwind your left, reach it up. Then exhale, touch down. Tuck your toes and shift back to downward facing dog. If this is your first down dog today, it may feel good to put a little movement in the legs, a little movement in the side body, just to get your body comfortable. and warm and ready. Then come into a static downward facing dog. Press down into wide palms. Lift your sit bones up towards the sky, and then press your outer heels low. You should be able to pick up your toes towards your knees and feel that engagement up the front line of your legs. Good. Then step your feet together. Lift your right heel straight up. Invite your hips to stay level. So if you need to, you can always put a little athletic bend in your left knee here. From your hands to your lifted foot, get long. Good. Feel strength through the back line of your body. Take one more inhale. Good. Then open up your hip, bend your knee, and allow your heel to fall towards your tush. Stay even pressure through your palms. Lift up through your hips, and then press down through your grounded heel. Good. On your inhale, level your hips, lengthen your leg. On your exhale, return your foot to the ground. Switch sides. Right foot stands, left leg lifts. Lengthen through your side body all the way up through your heel, so everything is long down into the ground and lifting up to the sky. Let the back line of your body turn on as your heel moves up just an inch higher. Good. Now circle open your hip, bend your knee. Level out your armpits. So it's really common when we come to an open hip variation of downward facing dog that we start to tip into one hand or the other. Press into both hands evenly. Send your lifted knee higher and your grounded heel a little bit lower. Great. On your next inhale, level out your hips, lengthen your leg, and exhale, return your foot down to the ground. Soften your knees so you can rock forward to plank pose. Feel the back of the heart lift you, and then broaden your collarbones and slowly lower all the way down to your belly. At the bottom, untuck your toes, loop your shoulder heads back. Lift to a baby cobra. Stay light in your hands, move your heart forward, and let the back of your neck remain long. One more breath in. Exhale, lower your chest. Inhale to tabletop, press up, tuck your toes. Exhale to downward facing dog. So let's move into our first warrior pose, warrior one. On your inhale, look to your hands. On your exhale, step your right foot next to your right thumb and spiral your back heel down. So if you look down your legs, your front heel should bisect your back heel. Then rise up, warrior one. Lift your torso over your hips, then reach your arms up. In warrior one, your ribs and your armpits face forward, and your hands reach up overhead. If you notice that you need a little bit more space, you can always heel toe your front foot a little bit wider. Strengthen down through your back leg and press down through your front heel. From there, lift the sides of your waist, but keep the base of your neck soft. If you notice that you're dumping a lot into your low back or you feel really curvy here, knit the front ribs in to maintain some core support. You're doing great. Take 2 more breaths. One more big inhale. Then on your exhale, plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Deeply breathe in. Deeply breathe out. Good. Inhale, look to your hands. On your exhale, step your left foot forward. Again, your left foot's gonna go right next to your left thumb and connect your back heel down. So heel to heel alignment, then rise up, warrior one. Root down through your feet and then gather up through the midline of the body. So everything should feel like it hugs in to give you some support. Then you can lengthen and find a deeper expression of this pose. Stay strong and firm through your back leg. And if you have a little more room to play with, deepen your front knee until it stacks right over your ankle. Again, if you feel a little bit off kilter, like you're on a tightrope, you can always heel toe your front foot just a bit wider to give your body more space. Good. root into your feet, lengthen up through your heart, and take 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog and breathe. Great. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat, soften your knees. As you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your chest, hands to your shins, lengthen your spine. Forward fold, bow, release your head. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Place some weight back into your heels. Sit your hips back into an imaginary chair and reach your arms up. So if feet together makes you feel a little unstable or gives you a lot of pressure in your low back, you can always take your feet hips width distance. You should be able to pick up all 10 of your toes without falling over. So all 4 corners of each foot is rooted. Anchor your tail back, lift your heart high, and knit the low belly in and up to support your spine. Take 2 more breaths here. Good. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Glide your hands to your shins, halfway lift. On your exhale, plant your hands, and let's take Chaturanga. Hinge forward and lower halfway. On your inhale, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulder heads back, lift your heart forward and through. Downward facing dog. Move up from your hip hinge. Let your heart and your head follow. Breathe in through your nose. This time, open mouth. Sigh it out. Let's flow the legs of Warrior One, really finding that link between breath and movement. Step your feet together. On your inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Warrior One, rise with your breath. Keep filling your lungs. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Plant your hands. Step it back. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step through lunge. Warrior One, rise. Keep breathing in till you're all the way full. Then exhale, hands down, downward facing dog, and you breathe. Good. One more time. Let's move into our next warrior. Step your feet together. Lift your right leg high. On your exhale, come through to low lunge. This time, Warrior Two. Spiral your back heel down and open up. In Warrior Two, your front heel should bisect your back arch, and then bend into your front knee until it stacks over your ankle. Lengthen your arms out to either direction and take your gaze over your front middle finger. Even if your lunge gets deeper, keep your spine right there in the middle. It's your anchor. Feel everything draw in towards your spine for support and stability, and then move out from your spine as you deepen the expression of the pose. You're doing great. 2 more breaths. Now maintain your Warrior Two legs. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. This is just adding a side stretch into your Warrior Two. So reach up and back. And on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's find Warrior Two on the other side. On your inhale, lift your left heel high. As you exhale, step through to lunge. Connect your back heel down, Warrior Two, open up. So again, root down through the edges of your feet and then hug in and up through the arches of your feet. You'll feel your pelvic floor lift, belly and heart lift, then send your arms out to the side. Take your gaze towards your front middle finger. If you notice that your front knee is caving in at all, hug it out so that it is aligned with the center of your foot. Invite your lunge to stay deep, but telescope your spine tall. You're doing great. Take 2 more breaths. Good, now flip your front palm on your inhale, reverse warrior. So your legs stay the same, but reach up and back with your top hand, stretch into the side body. Inhale, and on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Move to the top of our mat for our third warrior. Your inhale, look to the top. As you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your chest. Fold forward, bow. Stand all the way up. And take your hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot and pick up your left knee. So as we come into balance here and we move into our warrior 3, keep your foot active. That'll help you keep the entire leg engaged so the muscle hugs to the bone. You have a little more power and stability in this pose. Full breath in, heart lifts high. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hip and push your left foot back. Stamp your foot on an imaginary wall behind you and stand firm down into your right leg. So the stronger you can make your legs, the easier it is to lengthen your spine. So variations in your arms for warrior 3, just depending on how your upper body's feeling today. You can stay hands at heart center to remain centered, more aligned, a little more stable. You can take your arms back into an airplane variation to give your chest a little more lift. Or you can come into those traditional arms forward, a little more challenging on the shoulders. Reach, draw your low belly in. Good, and then return your hands to your heart, pendulum back up. Lift your left knee and place your foot down. Shake out your legs. So it's totally normal if you get a little stiff or a little tight, or you even have to take a pit stop on the way up. Totally fine. Let's move to the other side. Shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee. So again, make your foot active. If it's floppy like a fish, your leg's gonna feel really heavy. Make it strong. That way the muscles of your legs can hug to the bones and your bones will feel lighter. Tight muscles are light muscles. And that's how we find that sensation of lift and float in our yoga practice. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, pendulum from your hip. Push your foot back. Envision the wall that you could stamp your right foot on, anchored down through your left leg. Then draw your belly up, and then again, hands can come to the heart, they can wing back, or they can reach forward. Invite your hips to stay level here. So if your outer left hip is feeling a little bit tight today, an athletic bend in your knee will help you find a little more level from hip to hip. Good, continue to breathe, you're doing great. One more time. Good, now soften your knee. Inhale, hinge back up. Exhale, release. Nice work, yogis. Step to the top of your mat. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a Chaturanga all the way back. Inhale, halfway lift your chest. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step back and lower halfway. Upward facing dog, strengthen your legs, lift your heart. Downward facing dog, lift from your hip hinge, let your heart and your head follow. Deeply breathe in. This time, open mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. And drop down to your knees. Cross your ankles, sit back, and bring your legs out in front of you. Sit up tall in Dandasana. staff pose. Grow long in your legs, long in your spine, reach up, and then fold. In this seated forward fold, it's okay if your knees bend a little bit and you don't have to touch your toes. Just let your hands fall where they go. Use your inhale to draw length into your spine and use your exhale to deepen the pose until you reach your edge, your comfortable edge. In yoga, we gauge our edge by figuring out, can I breathe in this pose? So if you go so far that you hold in your breath, back out a little bit. Find a place where you can breathe with ease and you can find some challenge for your body. Good. Ride your next inhale up to sit and then lower all the way down to your back. When you get down to your back, draw your right knee in. Give it a little hug. So you can bring your leg a little bit wider than your rib cage if that's more comfortable on your hip. One more breath. Then supine twist. Scoot your left hip underneath your right. Take your right knee over to the left and wing your right arm out to the side. If that feels a little bit too tight, you can always take your right arm overhead or bend your elbow and just place your arm gently up by your ear. One more breath in and a sighing. Great. Return to the center. Lengthen your right leg all the way down. Bring your left knee in. So again, you can widen your leg bone just a bit to the outside of your rib cage for more comfort. Squeeze in and then twist. Stack hip on top of hip. Bring your knee over to the side. Your arm can fall out like a wing or come up over by your ear. Breathe in and a sighing exhale. Great. Return to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to meet your knees and release into a Shavasana, corpse pose. Legs can go as wide as your mat. Bring your arms out to the side to frame your body. Relax your muscles. So in power yoga, we hug our muscles tight to the bone, and then here in our corpse pose, we just let them release. Your toes can flop out whatever direction your hips need. Your shoulders can unwedge from underneath your heart. Relax your jaw. Unclick your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just take a few gentle breaths here. Walk your feet in and roll yourself over to your side. Use your hand to help push yourself up to a seat. So bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Lift your heart right up to your thumbs. Feel tall in your spine. Let's take one last inhale and exhale together. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth. Great. Lift your thumb knuckles right up to your mind's eye. We bow forward to seal our practice and say Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you liked it. And if you did, head on over to wellnessplus.tv or for free over at Amazon Prime, and I have an entire series of yoga essentials just for you.
With hundreds of videos that you can stream on virtually any device to help you reduce stress, lose weight, or just improve your health and well-being overall. At wellnessplus.tv, we are dedicated to helping you on your health and wellness journey. Join wellnessplus.tv to find hundreds of videos to help you improve the health of your body and your mind. wellnessplus.tv. Get well, feel better.